Welcome to Shell Live here at the home of Ferrari in Maranello. The Shell Innovation Partnership is one of the most historical, respected and recognised in the world of motorsport. So what better place than to celebrate it right here? We have some very exciting guests along with us today who know just a little bit about Formula One. It is none other than Marc Gené and Kimi Räikkönen, who are already inside the Museo Ferrari right now.
Thanks, Matt. We are here at the Museum Ferrari. So, Kimi, do you get to come here very often at the museum?
Not too often. Sometimes for the work, and I don't think I've been here just to see things because it's not the easiest place to come when we are here. And once we come to factory, we're always busy running around doing things. So, but the first time actually in the new buildings.
Yeah, because the museum has changed a lot actually.
Yeah,
it changed also for me. Last time I came, and it's bigger and it's newer. So. But do you have any? We have cars here from all eras. Is there any one in particular that you like most?
Well, closest to me is this one, obviously from 2007. But there's a lot of nice cars, and you see the evolution of from the first cars and road cars to race cars and everything. So obviously it's quite interesting and easy to understand when you walk around. But like I said, I haven't really had a good look around, but for sure one day when we have a bit more time.
And you just mentioned that car, 2007 car. That was one of the biggest comebacks, I think, in Formula One's history. Did you really think it was possible to win that championship when there were like 2 or 3 races to go? Because you scored so many points in the last races. Do you think it was, of course, you never gave up, but you were thinking about the championship that year?
I don't know if of course we were thinking one way or another about championships because we were fighting for the team and the drivers, and obviously we started pretty okay and then had some difficulties and some DNFs, but the last part of the year we came on stronger, won most of the races, and obviously it all went our way in the end, but in the middle of the season it definitely didn't go our way, so it's always we keep trying, and we went basically race by race, and we knew that we have to win, and then it's not really up to us what happens after that. So obviously it was some very difficult condition in the last part of the year in Japan, in China, and it's all worked out well, and the team worked perfectly, and with 2 cars we won both championships. So it was a great end of the year, a long year and difficult, not always the nicest way of going some races over the year, but all worked out well.
And talking about the team, Shell put a lot of effort into it, 21,000 man hours on a year. How important is teamwork? How important is Shell's work to winning the championship or to winning races like this year and your championship?
Yeah, obviously it was a big part because it depends on year to year the rules, how they work and what you're allowed to do with all kind of engine parts and stuff, and obviously the fuel was one, all the oil and fuel was one big area where they could work and improve, and because already those years they had a lot of restrictions what you can do with the engines and this and that. So obviously, I remember very clearly. It was my first year here, so it was a big steps that they managed to do and help us obviously to achieve the result that all of us wanted, the team and the sponsors. So it's a big team effort, and not just the guys who design and build the cars, the mechanics and the team, but all the sponsors helping to go fast.
Well, thanks. You are part of Ferrari. You are one of the very champions of Ferrari, so if it's fine with you, we can go to the very iconic Room of Champions, where there is a special place for you.
Here we are in the Room of Champions. Shell has been involved in motorsport since the very beginning. 1947, in fact, when the first Ferrari road car rolled out the gates of Maranello, protected and fueled by Shell. And it's still the same to this very day, as, Kimi and Marc have joined me. How's it going, gentlemen? You all right?
Very well.
Good. So, look at these legends on the wall. Kimi, you're right there at the end. How does it feel to be etched into the history of the sport as a Formula One world champion?
Well, obviously nice, but I never really think that so much. But then obviously when you see stuff like this in Ferrari, it's slightly more special than other teams, I would say. So it's very, very nice to see. And obviously I think after some years and in the future you realize it even more. So
as either a young driver or today, is there anyone here that you particularly admire for their achievements or what they did?
I think you obviously the history quite a bit, so they're all great drivers and different. But I never really had an idol, but I was raced with Michael against him, lost the championship against him. So, but I think he's always the most closest because I know him a bit, and But when you see all this history, it's quite.
So if you can get your crystal ball out, I've seen that in the past you've loved to look into the future, but what do you see, as you love your history, now the future, what do you see as the future of F1 and motorsport as a whole?
Oh, who knows? I mean, obviously there's new owners and they try to make it even bigger and more, maybe easier to see and people to get more involved, but I think only in a few years probably when the next rules comes and then you only see the impact that they have for the sport, because obviously they just took it over and this is a bit like halfway now, and I think then you really see which way. Hopefully, I think they put a lot of effort to make it, listening everybody and making the right rules and calls. So
yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, but I think that's why in a few years, once the new rules comes and the cars, then you really see if it's been a good decision. But I think what I've seen and heard, they at least put a lot of effort to make it good.
And we had a really interesting question from a fan actually that I wish I'd come up with, which is basically if you could choose a job that isn't F1, but you're still in F1, if you see what I mean. So a job that isn't a driver, what would you choose? Because obviously I'm sure you know what everyone gets up to over a race weekend. Difficult, isn't it?
Yeah. Nothing to do with TV, that's for sure. So,
really?
Maybe it's mechanic. They have a long days, hard work. They're probably the hardest working people there because they come early in the races, they stay early in the mornings, late on the evenings, and so for sure it's hard. But I always thought if I wouldn't be racing, I would be something to do mechanic in some kind of motorsport. So maybe I choose that. It's not the easiest job, but probably the most interesting.
So Kimi, I hear they have a little simulator challenge for me and you to have a little ding-dong battle. How does that sound?
Difficult.
Not a fan of the simulators?
It's okay when we use ours. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite yours.
Yeah, but computer ones are always difficult, much more difficult than the cars. So.
I'm fancying my chances then. Come on, let's go and set ourselves up.
Okay, then everybody, whilst they set up, would like to know some comments from, for example, which is your favorite car, which is your favorite driver. Is there any circuit in particular, any championship that you really remember and you like the most? And we want to hear from you, from your comments, please. So let us know.
Oh, okay, right. I'm ready. We're on the grid here in Spa, and I'm racing Mr. Kimi Räikkönen, and this is going to be a very special occasion. Spa, one of the greatest tracks on the F1 calendar, in my opinion. The lights are coming on now. We've got 6 red lights. And it's lights out, and away we go. There's Kimi on, just behind me. Got a slightly better start. Oh, he dives straight out the inside. Kimi, that was rude.
No, it was okay.
Oh, here we go. Up Eau Rouge. Absolutely full commitment. Oh no! Oh, you are joking. I've bottled it already.
Too much pressure?
It must be raining on my screen. Let's see if Kimi slows down or not. This will be interesting.
Stop!
Oh my goodness me, what is going on? This is harder than I expected. Maybe my tyres are slightly warm.
Okay, so the race is on. Kim,
I'm still on the track, so it's okay. I haven't crashed, almost.
You're doing well. That means you are very familiar with simulators. No, he's not doing so bad, but you are
I think
way ahead of him.
I don't have a rear wing or something.
It's a bit oversteery.
Yeah. so hard to slow down in the right place.
You have to go for the biggest move ever.
He has all the electronics. So Matt, how are you doing?
I'm coming for you, Kimmy.
Don't crash into me.
I will.
How big slowdown this one?
I've got to go for it.
Good.
Oh, he's cut the corner.
I ran
Shocking.
too deep.
Where's Charlie
Just
Whiting when you need
It
him?
was only mistake. So I won.
Yes.
I'm taking you to the stewards,
I
Kimmy.
locked my front wheel and ran too deep.
Wait, wasn't that so? How realistic, let's say, it is comparing to the proper car?
Not easy.
Not quite.
Very difficult.
Anyway, you still won it.
Yeah,
I'm taking you to the stewards, Kimmy.
So
I
the
got
winner.
1 second penalty for cutting there. I'm still gonna win.
So Kimi, you are the winner. Matt, second. This is the end of the first segment, and now we're gonna go into the second segment, which is gonna happen in Fiorano. So join us, share live then from Fiorano.